Hi everybody, it's me Legardo Laxon, also known as Chino and Artie. I am going to be talking about what is the best game engine out there, okay? Game engine is basically where you design a video game and you want to create an environment of realism, or you know what I mean, like it's what's powering the game, alright? For example, Mortal Kombat uses the Unreal Engine, and also the characters are created by Autodesk AutoCAD. And there's also the Unreal Game Engine. And I gotta say, the number one game engine out there is the Unity game engine. It's a web browser type of gaming. I mean, if you guys play Dead Trigger, that's an incredible graphics for not using that much what do you call it, computer resources. You know, you don't even need a strong graphics card. Like right now, I'm running this game from Steam. It's called Republic or something like that, and this is running off the Unity game engine. And this is a very fun game, and look how I mean, it's amazing. Let me go to the settings and let me max out the settings. So right now I'm playing the game. This is running off the Unity game engine. Everybody has played Dead Trigger on almost every tablet, and look at this. Look at this graphics. It doesn't use too much system resources. I'm using a APU processor.
Do you see me? Wait. Please. I need your help. I don't have much time. They want to
Look at the graphics and detail. This is a remastered version of the game.
erase who I am. They're coming.
Who defaced the pages of this?
So I'm saying about this game is it runs in true physics. The Unreal Game Engine is the number one game engine so far, supposedly, but yet I really like the Unity game engine. There's also another game engine, the Quake 3 game engine. Everybody likes that game, American McGee's Alice, like Alice in Wonderland, and that game engine was one of his far superior. But when you use the Unreal Engine, you gotta be heavily modified. For example, there was this game right here. Okay, I remember Atari uses it because the Unreal Game Engine is more optimized for NVIDIA graphics. So now this game, Area 51 Black Site, it's highly modified Unreal Engine to run well on an ATI graphics card. Same thing with this game by Atari, Act of War, along with Act of War High Treason. It runs off of the same game engine. And especially there was another game I remember I have that's made by the Unreal Engine. If you remember John Woo's Hard Boiled, they made a game called I gotta look for it. Where is it? Oh yeah, Stranglehold. It's made from a very highly modified Unreal Engine, and this is a fun game, and it's enhanced for AMD's ATI graphics. So depending on, like, there's other games like what's that called? Hitman. It's enhanced for NVIDIA. Not NVIDIA. It's more enhanced for AMD. Tomb Raider, the new one right now is coming out. It's going to be more enhanced for NVIDIA than AMD. So playing video games, like me, I used to be an NVIDIA card guy. If you look at my previous reviews, I was running on NVIDIA 6800, and it was 2 gigabytes of video memory, DDR2. So now I'm running on an XFX R7 370. It's basically playing games on a 1080p resolution. They do have the R9 series, but the R9 is for people who likes 4K and multiple monitor settings. And then I was really talking about, like, my previous graphics card. I had an R5 220, and they had them rebranding their names. And these are how many. I became an AMD fan after that. I mean, this is the old motherboard I use. Now I'm currently using the F2A78M-HD2 motherboard. It's a great motherboard, and this is the motherboard I'm using for my computer downstairs as a home theater system. I'm using an Athlon 5350, and it's an APU processor, pure acceleration. You can actually run Grand Theft Auto 5 with this processor. But the very first APU processor I started with was this one, the 5800K, and out of the box, this is one of the best. And then I upgraded to the 7870K. This is my processor right now, doing Crossfire with the XFX R7370, and it doesn't use too much power. It's really reliable. I mean, this is the game engines I'm playing. It's really I'm trying to benchmark in what I have, you know. And this graphics card is really thick, and I can actually swap from the HDMI cable from behind and go back to my APU only or graphics card as well. So when I'm playing Spider-Man or King of Fighters, like, let me see. Look at these graphics. Like Resident Evil, it runs really, really fast on this. Capcom really designs their game for Nvidia, but for some reason it runs really fast on AMD. Now, let me skip this intro. Well, since my computer monitor is actually a television, it's actually a 720p television, and it does do 1080p and 1080i, but when I rather set the game on 720p, and it runs more faster on my R7, so, and it looks as sharp as it is. Look at this. 60 frames per second. I'm really surprised. So remember, when you have a monitor, make sure what it says max resolution. My monitor is not even a monitor, like I said, it's a television, and the max resolution on it is actually I have it set on 1080p on my desktop mode, but when I'm playing my games, I put it on 720 because it looks as sharp as 1080p almost. Because when I put it on 1080p on this television, because I'm using a cheap brand called Insignia. Insignia is a Best Buy brand. The characters and the gameplay is gonna slutter. It's gonna have that little jam, like little cut into it. But since I'm doing dual monitor, I'm talking about, like, yeah, this is how I used to have 3 monitors, but I keep changing my setup because I don't want to use too much power. It's costing me a lot of money on electricity. This is my cable modem. I'm running on a Time Warner modem, and as you can see, this is my antenna. I have an antenna that's outside to watch off-air broadcasts, and this is the rotational. It actually, when I press this button, it rotates the antenna. Yeah, I have one of those crazy antennas, and I got it for only 14 bucks. And it was really, and it's an extended towards this coaxial cable, and it goes throughout to my roof. So I get off-air broadcasts for free. So I'm watching high-definition channels. I just press input right here, and then I go straight to my television. So right now this is channel 7.1. So I get off-air broadcasts for free. So I don't even need to pay for... Oh, that's my Spanish channels. Oh yeah, remember this, guys. Remember, I'm actually Filipino. I'm not Latino. I'm actually Asian. So there's a lot of people mistaking me for being an Espanol guy because I usually have a beard and then or a mustache. I'd be like, hey, ¿qué onda, amigo? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Because I speak Spanish, and luckily I'm Filipino because it's so easy for me to learn Spanish because my language is almost the same as Latinos. So I speak Tagalog. So yeah, this is just an update, and then a little bit about what I'm talking about. What's the best game engine out there is the Unity game engine, and I really enjoy it. I have instead of Beat Audio, I have Deltone. It runs really great on my PC. It sounds 5.1 virtually, and it also has a built-in microphone, so it works for my cell phone. But the microphone will not work on the PC because you need a split cord for the mic in. So that's what I do when I want more privacy. I don't want to disturb my mother, because it's too loud. I use this headset, and then my PC setup is still the same right now. I mean, upgraded graphics card, upgraded motherboard, and an upgraded processor. The processor is the Gaveri processor, and this is the best processor out of the box, perfect as it is. I mean, it is one of the best processors you can get without buying a dedicated graphics card. Because with all these other APUs I have, like this is the 73 A4, but I got the A10 series now, and these other boxes I have is because I never actually owned these. These for my customers. I just have it here for looks. But this is actually two of my builds right here. This is actually the processors I went through with all AMDs. So AMD is actually dominating more than Nvidia. Nvidia is just a name. Nvidia is more dominating on the mobile devices, like for the Nvidia Tegra. But when it comes to their GTX, it's just an overpriced graphics card. But everybody has their own opinion. I mean, it's all about taste for choice. So I recommend, if you want a good bargain and without spending too much money on PC gaming, I recommend AMD and ATI graphics. But if you have the cash and the moolah, the dinero, si tienes mucho la feria para los gastos para pinche graphics card, get yourself the best GPU is Nvidia. Thank you for watching.